Hi, welcome to the Artistic Mystic Muse. I'm Nancy, your mystical muse, and this reading is for the August 8th, 2021 collective reading for the Lion's Gate. And when I started shuffling cards, this is one of the first cards that popped out. Spirits definitely on it. So the Lion's Gate is, in astronomy terms, it's where the belt of Orion, that star sequence, is aligned actually with the pyramids. There are 3 large pyramids at Giza, and it's called Orion's Belt. So we're going to get into, it creates a portal, and it brings a lot of energy. For some people, downloads. It's a big transitional gateway for new beginnings. So we're going to talk about that here today with our reading. So we're going to start with our lion, our waking lion, which is 19, which is a 1, which talks about new beginnings. And this is you, as the lion energy, the power, the force, the making things happen. But the lion doesn't move. He doesn't take action until it's time. So don't force anything, is what I'm being told, is that you'll know when to take action, and you're to trust in that niggle or nudge. We also have the power of purpose, which is an 18 or 9. So that's fulfillment. And you knowing what your purpose is, standing in your integrity and power in that, and moving forward with that, with whatever it is you want to create for yourself, for your life. And part of this process is going to say, what I like to say, fill your cup. And it says great and full. So your cup is about what makes you feel truly fulfilled as a person, heart-centered, happy. These are also blessings that are coming in, and it's abundance, and all in divine timing, and a gift from the divine. Blessings. Bottom of the deck, we have a tender embrace. So this is embracing your higher self, that part of you that is trying to get you to listen, to move you in the right direction. You're also being embraced by your ancestors, spirit guides, source, the divine. You're being, held in a beautiful way, and to embrace that part of also yourself that maybe you've not maybe exactly listen to all the time. You get the nudge or that feeling, and you don't act on it. You need to be acting on it when the time comes. In perfect harmony, another 11, which talks about the higher realms, new beginnings, a form of gateway. 11, new beginnings. And the perfect symphony or perfect harmony is you being in a state of flow that is like a melody. It moves in a way that's not forced, it's not rushed, it's just a gentle flow, the ebb and flow of life. The uncharted sea, 46, it's a 10, another 1, new beginnings, being guided by the higher realms, ascended masters. So, and following your compass. You may be going into the unknown in some choices you're making, things you want to do, change, but you're to trust in your intuition and trust that what is meant for you is meant to be. We also have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So this Lion's Gate is a joyous time. It's a time of, like I said, new beginnings, you being happy, finding joy in each day, finding time to play, giggle, laugh, something that makes you happy, doing something that makes you happy, or spending time with other people that are like-minded that make you happy. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So we have a gate or a portal, and it's going into that new beginning. That is the initiation for, the part of your new path, or the new segment of your path. Of that beginning, you're being initiated into a new version of yourself, energetically, at a cellular level, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. That is part of your purpose, if you're here, is to get rid of the old dogma, get rid of the old behaviors, the ancestral baggage, you might say, and make those changes for yourself, for your children, for family members that follow you, to create this new life that's no longer encumbered by those things. All right. We also have energies of Gaia, another 11. There are multidimensional energies that flow from the earth. They've been there posturing Gaia and helping you feel the love of the planet. Some of you have seen them, and oh yes, they are very real. So Mother Gaia she provides everything for us. She's also a form of energy, obviously a big energy. And if you know anything like ley lines, they've done studies where there are places where these ley lines exist and crisscross that create energy centers. And I wouldn't be surprised, I'd have to research it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the pyramids at Giza are one of those ley lines. So we are being assisted with those energies, and they're big energies, and I'll address a little more of the energies coming in with that portal, how to handle them. We also have a 5, which talks about change, compassion, compassionate action. Compassionate events raise the planet's vibration. Therefore, creating a compassionate action is one of the finest things you can do for Gaia and humanity. So regardless of what it is you're going to choose, you want to make sure that it's in alignment. It's from a place of love. It's from a place of service. So not only does it serve your greater good, you need to ask yourself, how might what your choices do assist humanity? And it doesn't mean it's directly, it could be indirectly by the shifts you make to better your own life, to be more positive. And that is something to consider. Bottom of the deck is a 10, another 1, offering to Gaia. The ancients always gave offerings to Gaia. If you are wondering what you can give, know that an offering to Gaia is simply to ponder the love of God daily, and coming from a place also of gratitude. That's a great way to provide a connection, to provide energy, positive energy, is being grateful for everything you have and grateful for what the planet, you go outside, what you see and around you that's part of the earth, that's part of nature. Angel love. There are ancestors, spirit, angels, people in the higher realms that are sending you love. There are going to be some shifts you're going to make that people may be envious of. They see you living a happy life, being, in a different space, a different place. They may be envious of that, and there may be some haters, and you're to send them love. You're to give them love and compassion. You are healers of the ages. You all have your own healing gifts, how you do it. Sometimes it's the acts of kindness. Some of you are literally healers as far as how you help to heal others, help to heal the planet, and so forth. Storm warning, and it's another 10. So part of the shift of the planet and the collective, which is the unity consciousness we're moving towards, there are going to be some events, I'm told, world events, things that may seem like a great storm, and you are not to fear the storm. It is deconstructing what has not served the planet, has not served us collectively well. And so know that it's like anything, some old structures have to come down so that the new infrastructure, the new foundations can be laid. So don't fear them. Send love to it, those things, and they will eventually be resolved. Magician and the mirror. You are a manifester. And so, yeah, you're a manifester. And it's what you set your intentions for and how you take those steps to help those things come to fruition. Garden and the gate. So the gate refers to the Lion's Portal, the Lion's Gate, on August 8th. And what I'm being told is the garden in this case, she's afraid to maybe go past the gate. She doesn't know what this new beginning is, this new unknown is. So you're being encouraged to go forward. And it's a 30, which is a 3 in numerology, which talks about collaboration. You, your higher self, the divine, you with other people, helping create this new Eden is what I'm getting from it. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Listening with your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. That is your soul, your higher self. You need to trust what you're hearing, feeling, experiencing, the niggles, the nudges. Your higher self is trying to talk to you, is trying to help guide you through this. Accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. So you are sovereign. You are a sovereign being. You are powerful. You are loving. And that comes from you trying, you needing to come from a place of self-love. The accepting what it is, they're also telling me, it goes back to these events. These events, although they may be uncomfortable, they may be even disturbing, know that they are what they are because they have to happen in order for this new timeline, this new earth, this new way of looking at the planet, how we treat each other, love one another, for it to take place. So it is what it is, and just send it love. You don't have to agree with it, you don't have to like it, but just know that everything has a reason, and it's for that bigger plan, that bigger purpose. And that can be hard sometimes. Receiving from angels. Shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. So this is a double confirmation of this angel of love card. You're being sent love from the other side, from your angels, your ancestors, spirit, the divine, and that you're being embraced, and they want you to know that. Cherishing self. I accept and love myself. Part of healing the planet and healing others, you have to love yourself. You have to take care of and find the joy and happiness taking care of yourself. And when you're in a place where your cup is full and you love yourself, you are able to use the extra to give, to assist, to give love and compassion to others. All right. We have the moon, and it says the soul. So the moon, in this case, we've got different cycles. And so that's what they're saying is what's happening with this portal energy. It's creating a new cycle, a cycle of a variety of things, or you could say each person has a new cycle that they're completing or starting. They've completed and they're getting ready to start. The moon is also about emotions. It's about love and compassion. And it also can be that some things that may be still hidden, like the moon will illuminate, but it can also hide. So you're not going to see everything all at once. You may see some things and you don't know what's behind it. That's kind of what this is saying. It's to trust in the universe, in what's being orchestrated, even if you don't understand it all, even if you can't see everything. And they also said to say that there are things when you think, well, I wonder what's being done. Things are being done. They are being worked on. Just because you don't see them doesn't mean that they don't exist. They aren't happening. So to trust in that, because bottom of the deck, we've got Jupiter return, and it says benefits. So this is abundance coming in, blessings of all kind for all of humanity and for us as individuals. Under that, they said Sagittarius, I see. So part of you seeing is not necessarily literally seeing it happen, but seeing like almost in your third eye, that inner knowing that things are, you can see how it may be orchestrated. And we had the harmony card. And that's part of what that entails. Diligence. Whatever you're choosing to do, you're going to pursue, it needs to have diligence. You need to have perseverance. You need to stay with it. And notice there's some clouds here obscuring some of the view. You may not see every step in the path you're taking. You need to trust that you are being guided, you are being assisted, and you will get there a step at a time. And every step, every experience is a learning lesson to get you to an even bigger step or bigger abundance or what is actually truly meant for you. Purity. This is to remind you of the purity of your light, of your soul. And it also talks about detoxification. So one of the things they wanted me to talk to you about, and I'm going to bring this up because we had it again, this purity card, is that the energies that come with some of these planetary and astronomical events, the sun will, they've been showing video of how the sun sets off bursts of energy that come to our planet. You may go through periods where you're feeling wonky, you've got a headache, you're tired, or you just are feeling off. That is part of why you need to purify and detoxify. Exercise is a form of detox. What you put in your body, the type of food you eat and prepare, the water, drinking plenty of good quality water, that's really important as part of your self-care during this big shift of energies. And bottom of the deck, fulfillment. This is all helping for you to fulfill what you signed up for when you came down here on the planet, what you're going to be doing. And this peach to me says abundance. Notice the moon, it's slightly covered. We can see some of the things going on, but there's other things that haven't been revealed to us yet. And just know that that's coming. A time for healing relationships, healing your body, helping heal the planet. What's something you can do each day that helps heal yourself? What's something you can do? Maybe make a small change that helps heal the planet. Maybe you need to recycle more. Maybe you need to use less plastic, whatever that is for you. A win-win outcome is forecast. So whenever it comes, it's going to be balanced. It's going to be right for what is meant for you, what is just, but also collectively. And balance is being restored with the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies. We've just shifted out of a long timeline of patriarchal dominance, and we've lost touch with honoring the divine feminine, having a more balanced distribution of those energies, that power. And so that's what's coming. It also, we have, you're very close to achieving your goal. So there may be something you've been working on, whatever that is, personal, professional, spiritually, whatever that goal is, it's coming to fruition, or it's coming to the end where you've completed it. And we have confidence is your key to success, New Moon and Leo. So we have a lion again on this card. It's being confident, knowing that it's going to turn out. It's going to manifest. You just have to release the control of, trying to dictate it all, trying to control it all how you think it is. The divine has a much better plan of how it needs to come out, and you just need to be confident in yourself, the actions you're taking, what the choices you're making, and that it will work out for the higher good, or the greatest good of all involved in the long run. Take time to breathe out. So a lot of times when we get stressed or anxiety or whatever, uncomfortable, we start to shallow breathe. They're asking you to be mindful of your breathing and to take deep breaths. It helps clear that energy. And also that you are not going to do this all in one whop. We all aren't, as a collective, a step at a time. And it's okay to take just a step at a time. It's not a dash. It's not a race as far as a short race, speed race. It's a long journey. And so that's important. Okay. We also have whale song resonating. And this talks about what resonates with you. It's a 61, which is a 7. So they're asking you to go in when you meditate, you pray, however you get centered and aligned and grounded, and listen to your intuition. But it also talks about the journey of the subconscious. We have a whale in a floating water bubble above the ocean, or what looks like the ocean. So pay attention to your dreams. There may be some things you're getting, or even in your daydreams, little epiphany, weird bursts or thoughts you have that you may be getting messages that help you align with what the space you need to be in, but the choices you're making. And you are to surround yourself, create a life that resonates, that feels right to you, that makes sense to you. So that's what this card's about. And water, again, is about emotion. So it needs to be really coming from a place of you being emotionally centered and heartfelt. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom, 34, which is a 7 again. This is spirit, your ancestors, your angels, your guides, the divine. There is wisdom you have, or you will be receiving. It could be, like I said, an intuition. It could be something in your dream. It could be some stranger saying something to you, and you're thinking, well, that was really weird. There's wisdom coming to you, and there's also inner wisdom you have. You are to listen to that. It's to guide you. We also have Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. So for some of us that are empathic, we feel and sense a lot of things, or are healers, we may be feeling the intensity of this Lion's Gate due to the energies, and it's because part of what we do is that we transmute people's energy, people's dark juju, their pain, their trauma. And so that's why self-care is really important, and for you to stay grounded and aligned so that you can allow it to pass through. You can just observe it and know it's not yours. For some of you, it's time to heal and clear this trauma. It's not serving you by dwelling on it. It's not, or reliving it. It's not meant to keep you shackled. You're meant to forgive it. You don't have to like it, but forgive it. Know it was a lesson you needed to learn, and release it. Lost compass, getting back to integrity. So maybe you've been a little bit stuck. You've been a little bit lost, confused, or you're just not sure where you're going at this point. It's okay, but it's time for you to get aligned and get your compass. What is your true north? What is that for you? Who does that include? Or who does it not include? Or what doesn't include, right? What is for me? What is not for me? So you're directed on your path. You're following your heart's desire, your soul's guidance, your true north. And I also get, like, it's the wheel of karma. It's also releasing, the past, things that have happened to you, either in this lifetime, it could be other lifetimes, but that's part of also transmuting the pain and healing and breaking the chains, that earlier card we had. Sacred contract. So from what I've been told, we each sign a contract of what we're going to experience when we come down to planet Earth. But they're also saying, and that's your purpose that you're living out here. But the other thing I'm getting for this is, what is going to be the sacred contract you have for yourself? What does that look like? What kind of boundaries does that have? What ways are you going to honor yourself and honor your life? Yeah. Eye of the Needle, intentionality. And we had integrity. What are your intentions? Be specific with your intentions, what you want to pursue, what you want to do, where you're headed. Because there's a lot of choices, but there's only one. And I keep getting, it's like, that's a keyhole. Even though it's a needle, threading the needle, it's the eye of a needle, obviously, but it's also the keyhole. That is the key for you to align your compass. Beloved, radical acceptance. You don't have to agree with things, you don't have to like things, but have the understanding that everything's happening the way it's meant to be happening. You are where you're at because that's where you are meant to be at this time. And find love for it, because it's an experience, it's a lesson, it's something that we have to hold space for. If you're part of the collective, it's that shift and getting the planet, humanity, to shift more to oneness, to unity consciousness. It's also called Christ consciousness. Love of any and all things. And everyone's on their own path, and they all look different. So you can't come from a place of judgment. You're not walking in their shoes. You can only be in your own shoes. So, and also not judging yourself. Maybe there's something that didn't turn out the way it was meant to be. Take the lesson, be grateful, and then take the next step. Horned Cactus, Resourcefulness. You're asked to, you basically, they're saying you have all the resources you need. You need to be resourceful. It doesn't require you to, I don't know, need to go get a bunch of stuff, or it doesn't require a lot of stuff. Just use what you have creatively, and you have everything that you need. All right. I think that's all the oracle cards. So we're now going to go down to the main messages. So I asked for Spirit to give us some kind of guidance as to what we need to focus on, or what our challenge is as we pass through this Lion's Gate and into the next segment of the path. And we have the Three of Wands. So again, this talks about you, your higher self, and the divine in alignment. And normally in tarot, the person has picked one of the wands, one of the rods. This crow has all three. They may not all come in at the same time. And this could also be you, or, you know, someone else, and the divine, but taking action and starting to, I almost feel like he's building like a bridge between what was and what's to be. And he's following the star, like the North Star, the compass. And he's going to walk across the first one. He's building a bridge. What are you building a bridge to? What does that look like for you? A bridge to what? What do you want that new part of your path to look like? I think I just dropped a card on the floor. Hang on. There we go. It's clarified by the Queen of Swords. This is asking you to use good discernment. You don't need to tackle everything. Or there may be things that come to you that they just don't, they're not resonating. We go back to the whales resonating. It's whatever resonates for you is what you keep. What doesn't, you cut it out. And that's what the sword is for. It's also wisdom and truth, standing in your truth. And Seven of Swords, walking away from those things that no longer serve you, keeping the knowledge, wisdom, what serves you, to assist you in building this bridge, building the bridge for yourself, helping us build a bridge for humanity, transitioning from low vibration, things being out of alignment in the world, and bringing it into balance, bringing it into alignment. The other card that came out in the focus or challenge is the Page of Swords. So you may have felt a little insecure, timid about moving forward with something, and you're being encouraged, like a page, a young page, to take one step and take your sword of truth, integrity, and wisdom and go forward. Go forward with it. Let go of your fear with the Eight of Swords. She's loosely bound and blindfolded, and the swords don't even completely encage her. She can step out of this if she wants. Get out of your head. Let go of your fear. Let go of your doubt. And take, her foot's coming out here, one step forward towards whatever that bridge you're making, whatever that's you're creating or headed towards on the other side. And you also have the Page of Pentacles. There may be an offer, a solid offer that's going to be presented to you soon, that might be small, and it doesn't have to be big, but it's probably a small, but it's bankable. It's presented in earnest. It's an honest offer that you're going to be provided maybe some assistance with whatever one of those steps on your path. It could be a project, could be a new job offer, it could be a number of things. Assistance in some kind that's going to be offered to you, and that's where you're using your discernment, and for the offer that's correct with you or for you, using your sword, your knowledge, your wisdom to move forward with it. Spirit's advice, we have two cards. We have the Knight of Wands. Go forward. Don't dilly-dally. It's kind of like, you don't just stick your toe in the pool. You're going to jump in the pool, but that is a step forward, and you're to take action. It's clarified by the Eight of Cups. This talks about how these cups have been great, or maybe not so great, but he's been there, done that, and he's going to go find the ninth cup. What is his wish or her wish fulfillment to get to the Ten of Cups, which is the ultimate happy light, happy home, blessings, abundance, happiness, but moving forward again to reach a place of abundance. And it's not just monetary, though it could be, but abundance of all kinds that provides you the stability and the groundedness and prosperity that you need. The other card from Spirit's Advice is the Four of Coins. This talks about building a new foundation, creating something that's more stable, but from the ground up. So you start with the basics, that one step. Maybe you're going to start a business, or, you know, something new that you want to do. You start small. Maybe you need to learn some things first. This can also be an ego card. So it could be Spirit's advice of saying, beware that you aren't being open to other things that may come in. So depending on what resonates for you, but mostly what I'm getting from this is building a new foundation. We each are building our own new foundation, and we're building the new foundation, the new infrastructure for the new earth, which is a place of love and compassion. Like I said, unity consciousness. It's clarified by the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups can be confusion, not knowing exactly what to pick, but you're going to pick what resonates with you to build your foundation. So you're going to use your logic, use your experience, your wisdom, what resonates, to pick maybe out of a selection of things, what one or two things, let's say, that really resonate with you that you know would help create this foundation you need. It also talks about when you build something correctly, the foundation is strong, and as you ascend and climb, more blessings come in. And because you're creating a space, an open space that has a very good infrastructure that allows the universe to bring you those things. If you follow Spirit's advice, we have two cards. We have the King of Wands, you being in your creative power. And there's the lion again. You're empowering the lion's energy, the lion's medicine, right? Doing things you love, that you're passionate about. It's the only king, I think, in the deck that has a gecko who is protected by fire. He can't get burned. And what you're passionate about, what you're going after, because you're being guided and watched over to find what those things are that are harmonious for you, put you in a beautiful state of flow, that light you up, that make you happy. And when you're in that place, I'm told that these things go away. You don't longer have to battle. You know, if this is your ego, you don't need to win at all costs. There is no competition with what it is you want to do. It's only what you want to create for yourself and how you're going to help others. Or it could also say, when you're standing in your own power, creating your own life that you want it to be, these types of situations or people, you walk away from. You're not going to engage with them. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of your time. If they're stuck, they're partially meant to be possibly stuck. That's how they create lessons for other people. Who knows? But you're walking away from anything that doesn't resonate or serve you. And the Ten of Wands, you're learning to lay down a lot of your burdens, live a life that's more in harmony. You're more at peace, you're less stressed, because you're not focusing in on whether you're keeping up with the neighbors or someone else. You're focusing in on only some of these wands. And it talks about, when you get to the 10 of wands or swords, it's about laying those down. It's the ending of a cycle. So you're putting an end to some of this stuff and focusing only on those things that you really want to do, you really want to create. The last outcome is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the only knight in the tarot deck that finishes. He is grounded. He is very prepared when he takes a step. He takes a step at a time, but it's bankable. He doesn't waste his energy. It's very sure footing. So again, your life is a journey. It's not a race to see who can finish first. And stop and smell the roses, they're saying. Like, that you're to enjoy the journey as you take these steps and the lessons and the experiences you encounter. And it's clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. This is you standing in your truth, your integrity, very independent of what anyone else thinks. It doesn't matter. And being successful and feeling abundant, grounded in yourself. Because ultimately, you are the only one that you have control over. It is you and your choice and the choices you make. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. This talks about protecting, creating boundaries to keep others out, but protecting what it is you're really passionate about or you're going to create. And yeah, and it's okay to have those boundaries. Saying no, sometimes that's hard for some of us, but you need to say no to certain things that aren't resonating, I keep getting. And focusing in on what makes you emotionally stable, makes you emotionally connected, grounded, and that you're passionate about, makes you happy, with the King of Cups. And we also have the Four of Swords. This talks about gratitude, prayer, meditation, being grounded, but mostly I get a lot of also knowing how to balance with rest, as well as the gratitude in that in medieval times when the knights went to the Crusades, you know, they have swords that of people that they conquered, you know, the things that they, people and things they conquered, but the one sword they would put under their bed or sleep on was the sword that didn't run them through, that they were still here to, you know, have another day. And so gratitude and rest is important as well. The Hierophant is next. They said to take this. This is being divinely guided, watched over, the key to your journey, your path. And these guys are kind of assisting, whether those are your ancestors, your spirit guides, people that are placed in your path during your day, whatever that is. You're being helped for justice again, balance, bringing the world, bringing your world and the greater world into alignment, into balance. Being the Fool, taking that leap of faith, that first step on this new segment of your path, your new journey. Bottom of the clarifying deck, we have the Eight of Coins. This talks about you've been really masterful, maybe really successful at these things, but now he's crafting something a little new or learning a new skill. So that's maybe something that's in what you want to manifest, something you want to learn how to do, create. Four of Swords again, making sure you're grounded, you meditate, pray, whatever that is for you that helps keep you aligned, centered, balanced, and coming from gratitude for any and all things. To get your Ace of Cups, this is divine coming in, showering you with blessings, abundance, joy, beautiful things, and love. It's the agape cup of love, love of any and all things. Three of Wands. What are you choosing to do first? Notice he's got a hold of just one wand and looking out over the expanse, looking from a much bigger scope at the possibilities. There's lots of possibilities. Finding your balance, Justice again, finding your stability, Four of Coins again, getting out of your head, stress, anxiety, Nine of Swords, leaving behind things in the past that have hurt you. They can't hurt you anymore. You need to release them. Karmic completion, the Wheel of Fortune, luck, a new beginning coming. And we have the Chariot. You aligned with the divine, moving swiftly forward. These are Sphinx, but they're normally horses, but you know, keeping them in balance as you move forward, taking those steps, that's swiftly. You just don't sit there and not do anything. Yeah, Five of Wands again. Learning, these guys are sparring, learning maybe some new things, learning how to adapt to other challenges, new challenges, things you need to learn. And then your Nine of Swords turns in the Ten of Swords. You release this. You release the stress. You release the worry. You release the what ifs, the should haves, could haves, all of that up in your head stuff. You release that cycle to be assisted into something new. This is the divine providing action, passion, curiosity, whatever it is you're going to create. My goodness. A lot of double confirmations, so that's really good news. And I'm going to close this out with cards from my deck, Oracle deck, the keys to the 13 universal laws. Links are down below. You don't need special instructions to use these. You can just pull a card a day. You can shuffle and see what comes out. But the universe is comprised of not 12, but 13 universal laws, 13 being love. And they help govern the universe. They create the blueprint for the universe for any and all things. So let's see what closing messages we have for the August 8th Lionsgate. And I said to go again. Okay. 13 is also the divine feminine. Key to patience is the bottom of the deck. Like I said, this is not a sprint, it's a journey. So being patient with those things you also want to manifest, setting those intentions, be patient. They come in, present themselves when they're meant to. Universal law, free will. You have free will, which is choice. Make sure you're very conscious of your thoughts, your actions, and your words, because what you choose and how you choose to frame them makes all the difference into cause and effect, which is another universal law, and the law of polarity, what you're going to bring towards you. Key to justice. Key to finding what is right for you, what is just for you, what is balanced for you. Key to courage, having the courage to take that first step, even if it's uncomfortable. You might be surprised when you do take it. It wasn't nearly as bad as you thought. Key to creativity, what inspires you, what lights you up, what do you enjoy doing? Because that is the key to your journey. Travel. Travel can be literal, it can be figurative. But that is the key to your journey, or these things. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Thank you for showing up. Be sure you hit like, share, subscribe. I also, if you subscribe to my website, I do a free reading every month. They last an hour, but they're very comprehensive. So sign up, you might win a free reading. Any other links that you need, social media, the Oracle decks. What else do I have done there? Plant medicine, if you're interested in that, you can use the link below if you're a new customer and use the code and get a discount. Or if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line. So take care, embrace this amazing new journey, this new path we are all on, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.